Hi guys, I'm coming to you with a recorded training for this Friday's training for Sky's the Limit. The reason being I'm doing a lot of screen sharing because we're looking at reports, what to be looking for, what to run, how to save them and all that jazz. So I thought it'd be easier for me to do a Zoom, get it recorded and then load it up for you. If you've got any questions about anything that I cover today, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to be sharing a couple of flyers that you can actually print out. I'll pop it in the comments below so that you can see that. It's not my work, it comes from Superstar Director Fifi Fitzgerald, but you are welcome to use them and they're a really great tool if you're starting off and you want to know, like, just a little quick reminder of what to be looking for. So I'm going to share the screen now. Okay, so I'm going to just, I can't move this 1 second. Okay, go to this one first. Okay, so your workstation, what to be running as a report. Let's have a quick overview. So here we are in the workstation. Everything that you're going to need to know about reports is in home, reporting, and then performance overview. I'm going to go through what you've all got automatically, and this is going to be a lot about if you have a team and what to look for and the reason why you should be running reports in the first place. But it's a really good idea, even if you've got nobody on your team, to get to know this stuff now, so that you know what to look for on a monthly basis when it comes to you know. So if you can see here down this left-hand side next to your actual content bar, you can actually email your whole team or leadership, which are the same things until you become director and above and you get a director underneath you. So for most of you, that this will be the same, okay? So you can go in here and actually email your team straight off the bat. You can start your leadership reports, and you've got a few saved leadership reports already that Scentsy have organised for you, and I'll tell you about those now. So these are pretty straightforward, and you can just press these, run the report whenever you want to, and see who's close to a sensational start, who's done like their first things first, checklist, where they are, what they need, like what if they're close, so that you can cheer them on and see when they've hit it and see what their dates are and everything. So you just simply click on that and it'll automatically run for you. The same with Essential to Certified, the same with Shooting Star, and the same with promotions. But bear in mind with promotions, if you want to see who's promoting, it's not going to show until after pay run on the 10th of each month. So these are the 4 that are automatically going to be for you, okay, and they're saved by Scentsy. Now here's the main workstation, the main reports here, and I've run a report. What I've done is I've just removed the names and personal details so you can't see those, just so that I can respect people's privacy today. I want to show you a couple of things here before I go through what to run and why to run it. You can actually choose your visible columns, so you can put in people's telephone details, their date of birth, their city that they live in, their home phone number, their lifetime PRV, their shooting star. All of that can actually be added and removed from the filter list by just clicking on them. You can add them all, you can remove them all, or click them all one at a time. So that's something to bear in mind if you're wanting to get some information, like lifetime PRV, for instance. If you're wanting to run and see who's got what lifetime PRV, this is a great way of doing it. You can go in here, click on the lifetime PRV bit, and it will show on the actual report itself, which I can show you now. I don't know whether it won't put people's names back in. I just wanted to double check. So if I just go across, you can see their join date and you can see their lifetime PRV, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's just a couple of basic bits, and that shows you what you've got as a basic report system with Scentsy, what they've set up for you. So you've got those 4 ones there, which are a great starting place. And here's some other basic ones for you, which I will go through. And this is a printout that I'm going to share with you all. So basic workstation reports, you can create and save any kind of report you'd like, play around with it, adding additional filters like I just showed you. and choosing the visible columns. If you want to delete report, click on delete report once it's open next to save report. So you can delete them at any time. It's a really good idea to save the reports that you're regularly running, just purely because it saves you having to mess about putting all the details in the visible columns and that. So I'm going to show you how to actually set up a report and save it in a moment. Annual sales is the only one that we can't save. So that's something that you need to go, when you're wanting to run your annual sales to see how you're doing, you go into your leadership report, select the months you want to view, May to April, and hold shift so you can select multiple months, and then sort by the PRV. That's the only way that you're going to be able to do the annual sales tracking. It's not something that's savable. The annual mentor tracking, you've got here how to go into your leadership report, add additional filter options. The minimum and max should both be 1. The join date minimum, which should be the beginning of the annual mentor and the end of the annual mentor, and then run the report. Choose visible columns and add lifetime PRV for the right column, and sort the lifetime PRV, then save the report and name it annual mentor. So that's a great way of you being able to keep track and see how you're doing with your certified consultants as you're going up through the annual mentor. And these are, listen, with these tracking reports, guys, go in and play with them. You're not going to break the system by playing with it. You've got your team addresses, anniversaries and birthdays, frontline reports, and how to know who's cancelling, which I'll show you quickly when we go back through. So that's like your basic workstation reports, okay? Like I said, I'm going to pop this on here for you to have a look at so that you can print it out so you've got it like next to you whenever you need it, okay? This is another a form for you to print out and keep track of if you're not wanting to do it as a saved report. If you're a paper and pen type person, this is just for you to print out. You can name the report whatever you want, so you've got like an idea of what reports you want to run. It's also a good idea to know when and why you're running a report. Are you running it because you're looking for people that are upcoming for promotion? You're looking at people that are being paid at title, shooting star, sensational start, whether they've checked their first things first checklist, recognition, whether they're active, whether they're hitting 500 PRV as a minimum as a leader, whether they've sponsored that month. So these are all really good reasons to have reports saved. And as you'll see on my, I'll show you this one. So this is, here's another printout for you where you can actually go in and see who, like, tick off to make sure that you've checked them each month, who's active, who's got a leadership minimum, who's sponsored a new consultant, who's hit their shooting star, sensational start and first things first checklist, and it's got the levels there for you, paid at title or promotion watch, and it tells you what amounts that you need to put in onto your saved reports. So you can have this, you can have a new one of these printed out each month, and you just tick as you go, as you actually recognise them. And like I said to you, it's a good idea to know when you're going to run the reports and why. So like on this form here, run at the beginning, at the 15th, at the end, or is it something that you're going to just run any time, or is it going to be something that you run multiple times a month? That's down to you. It's your business, and you decide and work out what's best for you. Okay, so let me show you where you find the filters, okay? So additional filter options. This is where we're going to create the reports and go in and make them saved, okay? So let me just show you quickly how to do a will cancel report really easily. All you need to do is go into the will cancel at the bottom, click yes, and click run report. It's like as easy as that. Hopefully, yeah, it's not brought up anybody's names. That's great. So I've got all these people that I know are terminating this month. Now I can reach out to all of them. If I choose, obviously their names and details would be on there. What I would suggest that you do when you run these type of reports is go into your visible columns. Obviously their name would be in there. Put their email and their telephone number in there, however you prefer to reach out to them, and you can actually export it right from here to Excel, print it out, and then you've got an actual list right in front of you of who to work through. That's the easiest way of doing it up, rather than having to keep running reports and log into your workstation. You've got a sheet there that you can just cross through as you go through the month. Now, once you've got these reports, like I said, you don't want to keep having to create them all the time. You can go into save report and you can name it. So will cancel, we'll call it will cancel. I've got a lot of these already saved, and if you can see down the left hand side. I've got saved reports already. So here it says that report was successfully saved. So that's the first report there that you can do really super easily. So let's look now at, we'll change that back to both. At looking at paid at title. If you want to find out who's been paid at title this month, bearing in mind this is the beginning of the month, so we might not have a huge list of people quite yet. What we want to do is we'll go in for, always put our minimums in. So for a lead consultant, they've got to hit 500 PRV minimum. GWV would be 1,000. They've got to have at least one active frontline. And when it comes to titles, I'm going to unclick all titles and I'm going to put in lead. Now, if you wanted to see who was up and coming, you could click essential and certified and put in a maximum. So I'll show you that in a second. So instead of putting in a minimum, put in a maximum. So we're going to put run report. I've got nobody that's been paid at title as yet. But again, we would go in and save that. And then let's go into an additional filter option. I'll show you. If we want to see, let's say we want to see who's active this month, okay? We'll go all titles, run report. There we go. And then that will give me a list of everybody that's active so far this month. Okay, so let's see if we want to do like a potential lead consultant, up and coming to lead consultant. What would we put in then? We'd do a 500 PRV minimum, and I'd put like 750, so they're not too far away from hitting their 1,000, which is what they need for lead consultant. I haven't put anything in the active frontline because I want to show them. I want it to show me their full. I wanted them to show me people that are going to be close, not quite there, and I've selected essential and certified consultants, and then you just click run report. So it's the same with your star. I'll show you here what we've got as the filter options on that. So with this one, I've got 500 PRV, 1,500 GWV, and with a minimum of 2 active frontline. That's my criteria that I want to watch. If anyone comes up on that report, I want to be making sure that I'm reaching out and cheering them on. So as you can see here, I've got essential, certified and lead consultants, and I will just periodically check that throughout the month, okay? So I've got star consultants up and coming, superstar, upcoming directors, potential star, potential certified, potential leads. But it's really up to you. So your will cancels, your annual mentor, they're all ones that you can have as well. So yeah, that is how to run those reports, guys. There you go, guys. Okay, so what you need to do now is decide what reports you're going to run and the reason that you're going to have for running them. Once you've done that, you can play around with the filters and the visible columns, and just go in and save those reports that you feel like you're going to be using a lot of the time to save you time and any bother. Like I said, I'm going to put those printouts below. If you've got any questions at all about any of it, please just let me know. Thank you so much for watching today, and have a great weekend, and I will speak to you all soon.